Hello, everybody, and welcome to Two Girls, One Show. I'm Trey,
I'm Dana.
and tonight we'll be talking about American Horror Story episodes 10, 11, and the wonderful season finale 12. And I say wonderful with a lot of sarcasm, but we'll get to that later. Blech. Barfing. So episode 10 and 11, we're going to brush on super quick because they were okay.
No one cares.
No one cares. So at 10, you see the vampire family, well, mom, vampire baby, and killer dad living in peace and harmony. They still forget about their daughter. They have some sex, and then Iris and Liz shoot the Countess. And more importantly, Donovan. It's kind of sad. And the next episode, that was 10. That's pretty much all that happened in 10. So, and then episode 11, you have Donovan is completely gone. And you see that all this mother's guilt for killing him. I see the eye roll happening down there, Dana. I agree. And then the Countess gets saved by Sally, who you learn had this drug binge with looked like Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love. And she did, right? And she stitched herself to them together because she never wanted to be apart from them, and they OD'd on her. Let's just put that in perspective. Man, Sally, woman, all stitched together, dead.
It's like Human Centipede, but
a weird version. That's weird in general, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a weirder version.
Probably not. But that's what happened to Sally. So she fixed up the Countess. Countess drains all her children. And then the Countess gets killed. So
for reals.
For reals, she's dead. And our wonderful Evan is so happy to have his bride with him forever. He's like, yeah, I got you now. You can never leave me. And that was great. That was great.
Evan's starting to grate on me a little bit. The whole Mr. Marsh thing is a little bit. At first was like, this is great. Now I'm just like, shut your mouth.
I would just like to have Tate back. Or Kip.
Kit.
Kit. I don't know. I heard a kid, so it was kind of like.
Oh, you heard a kid? That was my kid chirping.
It's adorable. But I would like.
That's what she does. Sorry. Okay.
I want Tate back if he could just do that. Like his last couple performances, I feel really aren't giving him enough because so you had Tate, amazing performance. You had Asylum, amazing. Then you
loved him as Kit. Loved him as Kit Walker.
He was just had this amazing range in that whole entire thing, and you loved him even though you thought he could have killed his. You didn't know what was happening.
Right.
You just loved him.
Right.
And then you have him in what's it called?
Freak Show? Coven. Coven. He was barely in Coven though. I mean,
I know he was barely in this one. And then in Freak Show, he was all right. I mean, his claw creeped me out a little bit.
He was a little pervy. And they had him with Emma Roberts again, so that was like.
I know. I understand they're together, but she beat him up. Let's just move on.
They're back together, I think.
I know. Evan, you can do better.
You can do way better.
Just listen to us. I mean, you won't, but we're trying. So that was 10 and 11. And now on to the finale. Would you like to begin? Because I know you're dying to.
My favorite part of the finale was when they had a group meeting during people. And Mr. March said that they should quit. They should quit because they want to keep the hotel the way it is. And Sally said to him, you telling us to quit murdering people is like Colonel Sanders telling people to quit eating chicken. And then Mr. March said, I'm not familiar with your military friend or his fondness for poultry. And I've hated the last like 10 episodes, but that moment, it made it all worthwhile for me.
If we could just watch that over and over again, that'd be great.
His fondness for poultry.
He graded on you until that line, and then you're like, I love you, Evan. This is why.
I'm like, I forgot, but now I remember.
I'm back. I've circled back to love Evan.
Oh my god.
The whole episode. So let's see here. They give Sally a cell phone, and she's no longer crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
Like a social media darling, basically.
Why?
Well, I love Iris too. She's like, I put, Facebook and Twitter.
And Instagram is on here, so good luck.
I did like he made Liz posted. Did you see that? Like the video to one of her accounts.
Oh, yes.
I just noticed that this time around because the song was called "Track Marks on My Heart."
Is that what it was called? I didn't even notice what it was called. That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
It's almost like a little kid got a hold of social media and just posted whatever the heck.
And but like I think
make a music video.
They did such a disservice to her. They did such a disservice.
That could have been a really cool character, and then they just kind of made her like a parody of herself.
Yes. Why? Why take a character who has a right to be pissed that she's dead? Like, come on. She had a pretty rough death and a pretty rough life, and you know, she's mad. Mm-hmm. And now you're giving her angst of social media. Just what we all need. Let me tell you. That's what I want to watch.
And how can ghosts use... there's just a lot of unanswered questions about how it works with the dead.
I know. I really, really don't understand. Because like you're wondering like what's happening and how she's able to text these people, and is she really doing this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How did you feel about Billie Dean Howard coming back? Our psychic friend from season 1.
Why? I don't know. I don't think it was necessary.
It was necessary because Iris needed to know that heaven smells like the pancakes she made for Dono on Saturday mornings.
Oh, Dono. We love your pancakes. But let's be real here. What's his nuts hates Liz and then loves her. It was very strange.
He's like, sorry, I just wanted to make you think I hated you.
Why? Now, I will say the scene where they, spoilers, don't care, where they all...
If they haven't watched it by this point, they're not going to.
No, they're not. Where they all kill Liz, but it really turns into Gaga. That was kind of cool.
Well, yeah, and she's like, hey, you know, I brought all of the murder weapons from the game Clue. Have at it.
Please kill me. But then Gaga walks in, and I actually felt a little emotional. I was like, oh, well, she does. Gaga loved you, and now she's going to kill you because you're her favorite creation. It was kind of sweet. It was like a reflection of Frankenstein and all that. And I'm sure we could have an hour-long conversation about Frankenstein because we always do. But,
love me some Frankenstein. Her eyebrows were blonde, though. Did you notice that?
Because she's dead.
Ah.
She is a monster. See, I'm trying to think here. Think outside the box. And then I don't even know what else happened that was important.
Okay. Oh, when Liz encouraged Will Drake to start up his designing career again because nobody knew he was dead.
And then took it on herself to be like the lead of the of the company.
And they'd have like fashion shows in the quartet with all the dead people.
Okay, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? At the very end, a cute guy walks in and Gaga's like, you have a jawline for days. And then show's over. That's what you got. Oh, I forgot. They had the, what's his name? The police guy. His family all came to the hotel as well.
Oh, Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe, your fave. Rob Lowe. His family's all there. And his daughter, who they sent away to be normal, she showed up.
Yeah, because she comes every year. Yeah, but she can't sleep in the family bed anymore.
Episode over. Everything wrapped up in a pretty bow, like Ryan Murphy always likes to do. All in all,
our customary libation.
That was amazing. I just loved him. He was the only reason I watched the show. And I don't know about you, but I did what I do every single season, except for the first and second, is I watch all of it up to like season 8 and 9, and then I go, meh.
Mm-hmm.
And I catch up with it later because it loses me there every time.
Same here.
Like, I watched the finale last night.
I watched it a couple weeks. I wasn't really watching it, you know. Yeah. It was on. It was on in the background. I heard the thing about the chicken, and then I just kind of tuned out again. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, cluck, motherfucker, and then you're like, oh.
That's exactly what happened.
Then, like, Everything else was just crap. But Ryan Murphy does this every season. He starts off strong, and then you have like kind of dead episodes, and you have a really good middle where you're like, this is going somewhere. And then you hit that end, and I just can't make it. I can never make it. I fail.
No. He always has way too many balls in the air, and when he goes to wrap it up, it's just it can't have a good.
And I agree with you.
I just want to like make angry noises.
I know, right?
Loud noises.
That pretty much describes how I feel, like right now, and with that episode last night. I think the second they gave her the cell phone, I was like, I'm done with this episode.
That was ridiculous. There was so much. When Liz was present for the birth of her grandchild, and they let her cut the cord. That was
like,
weird.
I was the mother-in-law she always wanted. I love you, Liz. I do. However, get out of my birthing room. Thanks.
Yeah. I don't care how much you love your mother-in-law. That's not the place for her.
No, that could be a whole topic of discussion. That's not where they belong.
Yeah. Agreed. Trying to see if I wrote anything else down that annoyed me.
Everything.
I was just annoyed. In general.
I just kind of wanted this season to end and not have the obligation to stay up till 11:30 every Wednesday night and watch it.
I was really happy it was over. I've been really happy it's been over.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. I just wanted to start on Crime Story and just be like, okay.
Agreed.
Which we will be talking about, by the way.
I know, because what are we going to do? Because if we're going to do 11/22/63 and Crime Story, we're going to be like two girls, two shows.
I know. It's going to depend how long it takes us to watch Hulu one, because there's a lot of, like, what? 6 episodes?
8. So we can watch them more leisurely. That's true.
In Crime Story, we're kind of stuck on, like, not stuck, but we watch that weekly.
Good job.
You know? And by the way, if you haven't watched Crime Story yet, go watch it.
Watch it now.
It will rock your world.
Because if you want to talk about eyebrows, John Travolta is rocking some.
He's rocking some Botox, too.
Yeah. He really is.
He's like orange. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know if this was like a hallucination, but did you see Nathan Lane
in the episode? I don't remember.
Nathan Lane, and then okay, I'm gonna find out.
We have to Google that. That's very important.
As I was watching it, I'm like, wow, Nathan Lane's in here too. And then later I was like, I wonder if that's just somebody who like vaguely resembled him, and I just
probably was, because I don't think I noticed Nathan Lane, but I could be wrong. I don't know. All I know is that it was way better, and it made me happy to see Ryan Murphy doing something that he really can't jack up the plot, because there's one. I mean, everybody knows what happens. We are here. I would just like to say, go watch American Crime Story. All right, guys. Well, have a good night, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.